Hey everyone, welcome back, and today we are in one of my favorite locations in the world. We are heading over to London, England. So stay tuned, I can't wait to share with you all of the highlights from this incredible trip where we visited London and then later on headed up to Scotland, but that will be another video. Thanks again for watching, stay tuned. So my journey starts here in Vancouver. After heading through security, I thought I'd check out the Plaza Premium Lounge. This is the paid side. It's only about $30 for the non-first class and business class passengers. This is a great place to relax before the flight. They have comfortable seating areas overlooking the runways here. Plus, they've got plenty of seating if you want to grab a meal. Lots of comfortable places to just relax, kind of escape those crowds over in the main terminal. Over on the other side, they've got the area for the main first class passenger lounge for the airlines that use Plaza Premium. Some complimentary beverages, all of your toppings here. That is for the gourmet hot dogs that they're serving over here. They make them fresh for you. They've got a few selections here, kind of a buffet style, plus a full salad bar with all of the salad dressings and toppings that you could ask for. Great dessert station, all your complimentary beverages, tea, coffee, juice, great espresso machine. And over on the other side, they've got a great selection of alcoholic beverages. These are paid, they're not included with the entrance to the lounge. You could just ask one of the servers and they'll be happy to take care of you here. They've got hard liquor, champagne, wine, beer, and spirits. As I mentioned, I grabbed one of those gourmet hot dogs and some of the buffet food. It was actually not too bad. Perfect for the little relaxing time before the flight. Before I knew it, it was time to head off aboard the aircraft and over the Atlantic Ocean, heading to London, England. And just like that, we arrived in Great Britain, headed through security. Waiting for us was a private transfer. We used the 6-passenger multi-purpose vehicle here as a private transfer. This was perfect. It was quite comfortable. The driver was waiting for us with a name on the sign. This is good if you've got about 3 large suitcases and some carry-on, but anything more, you're probably going to want a bigger vehicle. Then we headed over to our hotel, the Copthorne Terra in the Kensington district. The hotel itself was in a really good location. Some of the pros for this hotel definitely was the location. Definitely recommend it for that. It was definitely on the older side, but the location could not be beat. The hotel itself, I will admit, was quite clean. They had a really great breakfast here in the pub downstairs, and it is definitely one of the more affordable hotels in London. Also really great for groups as it is one of the larger hotels and on the more affordable side. Now, I probably would not recommend this hotel because it is quite dated. It does feel very 80s. They really haven't done any renovations or updated anything. Everything's a little bit worn out and tired. The hotel was in disrepair. Things seem to be broken and falling apart. The shower curtain was just tattered. The shower head was coming off of the wall as well. So after checking in, we went to the Square Tavern over at Euston Station. Here was a great location just to catch up with some colleagues that we work with over in the UK. Wonderful time over here, very accessible right near the Euston Tube Station. So much fun just catching up, having some drinks. The staff here were fantastic. The food was really good. We got every pizza you could imagine and just some traditional pub favorites. So after a good night's sleep, we have our first full day in London. We took the tube from Kensington down to the Victoria Tube Station, and it's a short 10-minute walk to the Victoria Coach Station. Once you go through the main doors, just head around the corner to the right and you will see all of the departure gates. This is where we met our Evans and Evans tour guide for the Windsor, Stonehenge and Bath tour. This is a fantastic tour if you've got limited time, as it's quite affordable. Then we boarded the bus and headed over to Windsor. Nestled on the banks of the River Thames, Windsor is a great town where history and modern life meet. For over 1,000 years, Windsor has stood at the heart of British heritage and its most famous landmark, Windsor Castle. This is the oldest occupied castle in the world, and it is the reason we are here today. This has been the home of British monarchs since William the Conqueror. Beyond the castle walls, Windsor invites you to explore this incredible little town. You can explore the riverbank, enjoy a boat trip up the Thames, or just wander through Windsor Great Park. And just across the bridge lies Eton, home to the world-famous Eton College. As you can see, the town centre is quite lively. It was very welcoming. There's tons of independent shops and high-end boutiques in the Royal Shopping area. If you fancy a bite to eat, Windsor offers a little bit of something for everyone, from traditional British pubs to riverside cafes and international restaurants. This town is just full of rich history, charm, and an active culture. It's more than just a royal town. I highly recommend spending a little bit more time here if you've got the time for it. Next, we're going to head into Windsor Castle and explore. Some of the areas we were not allowed to film, so most of the footage you'll see is from the exterior of the castle, but it was absolutely incredible. You have to just come here to experience it for yourself. While filming is not allowed inside many of the rooms within the castle itself, you can get a great preview on the Royal Collection Trust website before booking your tickets. This is also a great place to check if there are any closures prior to your visit. I very much recommend getting your tickets in advance, as there was quite a long queue before we headed in. You will have to go through a small security check before heading into the main castle and the main gates. Once you are in, you will see a brief history starting from when the castle was originally constructed all the way up to modern day. There's so much to see and do here, so again, if you have the time, I would recommend spending a full day here. However, the tour is a fantastic way to see the castle if you only have a limited time in London. So again, really just make sure you plan in advance so that you can really make the most of your day. Once you're at the castle, some of the highlights are definitely going to be the staterooms. This is currently used by the royal family. They were built by Charles II and private apartments for George IV. And there are so many incredible famous rooms and artwork here in the castle itself. You can't miss the Crimson Drawing Room and the impressive Grand Staircase, an absolute must-see. When you actually arrive, you can either go through the main entrance, where you will be delighted by Queen Mary's dollhouse. If you've already seen that, then you can go into the shorter line and just proceed on with your tour. Heading through, this is where you're just going to see the main entrance. We were very lucky to see the changing of the guard. And now, if you are on a tour, you have to make sure that you beat the gates before they close. This starts sharp at 11 a.m. So they close the gates just before that. But we were very happy that we were here just in time to see it and still able to make it back to the bus. And all of this was taking place just in front of St. George's Chapel, a 500-year-old medieval marble here at Windsor Castle. This is actually where you'll be able to view where Queen Elizabeth has been laid to rest. Now, they do have headsets available that you can pick up and help guide you through the entire castle. Make sure you drop these off before you head back down to the bus. This is only about a 10-minute walk between the actual train station where the buses park and the castle itself. Right here in the train station, there were so many cute shops and restaurants as well. This is also going to be a great stop if you need to use the facilities prior to getting back on the bus. Once we were back on the bus, we had some incredible scenery on our way to Stonehenge, located in the Salisbury region. Once we arrived, the bus parked and we headed down to the main visitor center. It's a very short walk, very easily accessible. The visitor center is quite new. We will head in there after we take the short bus ride or shuttle ride up to the actual stones themselves. Now, the buses do run consistently between the visitor center and the stones, so don't worry, you won't miss it. There's another one coming. We are here at Stonehenge. It is freezing cold.
Ready to see the stones?
I'm ready to see the stones. Are you? Yeah, make sure you bundle up here because it can get very, very cold. Hey everybody, we are at the stones. There's Stonehenge there.
Yay! Oh, I gotta get a picture.
Oh, photo time.
Photo time.
Yeah, get your photos quickly. It is very busy up here. It is very cold. It is very windy. Make sure you dress in layers. It is absolutely busy as heck, but absolutely incredible. As you can see, there's huge crowds, but definitely worth coming out here to see it. It's absolutely incredible. You make your way up here from the visitor center on some buses, and then it's a short walk from the bus drop-off up to the actual stones themselves. Very much worth coming out to visit this, for sure.
How did they get that up there?
After walking the full path that completely encircles the stones themselves, we got all the photos and we'll head back down to the visitor center. Visitor center is a great spot just to kind of hang out for a little bit. If you want to grab a snack, they've got a little cafe here. As you can see, everybody's bundled up. It was very cold on this day. They have some great snacks, some food available here inside. There's an outdoor seating area for the summertime. I would imagine it does get very busy as the weather does get warmer, but there was plenty of seating indoors as well, and some snacks and food to grab here. Next, over on the other side, you have an immersive experience in the visitor center. This is a museum that is all things Stonehenge. This 360-degree screen was absolutely incredible. You can actually feel like you're standing right in the center of the stones themselves. And then over on the other side, you can read up on some more history about the stones themselves, how they were built, and the people that lived here. As you head outside, you can actually see a replica of one of the stones and how they think that they were transported. Now, what do you think? Was this actually built by people, or were there aliens involved? I don't know. You be the judge. Figure it out for yourself. Just have to come and visit and see what it's all about. Then they actually have a little replica village of the people that used to live here as well. This was a very cool interactive experience just to walk around and kind of get an idea of what it might have been like to live here. So just like that, we are back on the bus. So we've got a short drive over to Bath. It was nice to kind of have a little break in between the different sites just to relax, maybe have some snacks or some food on the bus, and enjoy some of the beautiful countryside between the different stops on this tour. As we arrived in Bath, the bus dropped us off near Pironi's Fountain. So this is just a very short walk into the city. You head up York Street and just past the Kingston Parade. There were so many cute shops and restaurants. Again, if you have the time, make sure you spend more time in these towns. Again, if you've got limited time, the tours are very much recommended. They are going to let you maximize everything that you see in a very short time for a very affordable price. Again, our guide was fantastic. He made sure that we were well organized and in the right place at the right time. So here we are just in the Roman Baths lineup before we can head in, just having some great shots here of the Bath Abbey. This was a very exciting part of the tour. This is one of the highlights, absolutely. Really, really excited to be able to see this. I've always wanted to see it. I've been to London so many times, but never had a chance to come in and actually see the Roman baths. Once inside, you will again have a chance to pick up one of the audio guides. Again, highly recommend this because your guide isn't always able to come in with you if you're on one of the tours, and you can actually pick and choose which spots you actually want to stop and learn a little bit more about what you're looking at. It's very easy to use. You just punch in the number and the audio will begin. Now, this was actually very cool. This is the original sacred spring where the source of this incredible water comes from and powered all of the thermal baths here at the facility. You can continue to explore inside. The displays are absolutely incredible. Take your time, wander through them. It is very, very cool to see such incredible history. You can actually go down into the basement and see some of the original footings and foundations of this incredible structure. Absolutely recommend this. Do not miss out. If you come to Bath, you have to visit these actual original Roman baths. After visiting the lower level of the Great Bath, you can head inside and you can actually see the remnants of the steam rooms and saunas that they created using this natural resource. Absolutely incredible to me that all of this was thought of and built so long ago. Again, I wish we had so much more time here, so before we head back to the bus, I had to grab a traditional Cornish pasty here in Bath. It was delicious. Look at all of these incredible treats. Then, later that night, back in London, we headed over to the Greyhound pub before heading to bed. This was just close to our hotel, and they had some traditional pub favorites here. All of the food was absolutely incredible. I don't care what they say, the food in England was absolutely fantastic. Now here we are, day 2 in London, having a fantastic time so far. Today we met our driver again at the Victoria Coach Station, not far from the Victoria Tube Station, for a city tour of London. We were dropped off down here at the mall, got to see the monuments, and we were very lucky to see the King's Guard as well. Just walking out of the square after checking out Buckingham Palace. It is absolutely bonkers around here. So many people. But having an absolutely wonderful time. This is incredible. Just got to watch the guards inspection. Gonna take a little walk through the park and then meet up back with our group. It's apparently some incredible views if you leave through the square. and walk through the park, you can get some incredible photographs from the Blue Bridge. So just going to go and check that out and then meet up back with the group and our bus and continue our tour. Here we are, beautiful St. James Park, just crossing over the bridge. There's incredible views, lots of wildlife. Just having an absolutely incredible day. It's a beautiful tour, some incredible sights. Absolutely wonderful time. Here we are halfway across the bridge, some incredible views of Buckingham Palace. We could continue along the bridge. Across the other side. As we continue across the bridge, on the other side, near the mall, you will have some restrooms and a snack stand if you're hungry on your tour or just wander through the park. This park connects to Green Park, which will be kitty corner to Hyde Park, allowing you to walk for miles through this incredible city, just taking in all the beautiful sights and architecture and green spaces. Absolutely loving it. Was not prepared for the crowds in late October. So here, as we come up along the other entrance, here's the snack stand and some facilities nearby as well. Great place to stop. So after our tour, we headed down to Covent Garden. This is located in London's West End. This is a true hub of shopping and entertainment in London. This is a car-free piazza, home to fashion stores, lots of craft stalls at the Apple Market. The Royal Opera House is located here. You'll find their street entertainers performing. This is a really great place just to walk around and explore. Again, when you're doing a tour, I try to fit it in the morning so you get your bearings, and in the afternoon, you'll be able to visit places like this. Here we continue in through Jubilee Market, where you're going to find lots of little restaurant stalls and gelato. This was such a cool experience to be able to come down here. Very much a must-see on your visit to London. Now, if you are looking to treat yourself while visiting London, then I would definitely recommend the Savoy Hotel. You can't beat the location. Again, it's in the bustling Covent Garden district. This luxury hotel dates back to the 1880s. It's less than a 10-minute walk to Trafalgar Square and a less than 15-minute walk to the London Eye. You can see the surroundings are just opulent. Treat yourself, stay in this very central area. The Savoy is definitely highly recommended. This is not a paid advertisement for the Savoy. We just love this hotel. Always recommend staying down here. As we head out of the hotel, we took a walk down Victoria Embankment, and we had the pleasure of visiting the Raffles London at the Old War Office. I will do a video on some of the incredible rooms we got to see here. Talk about treating yourself. Stay tuned in another video for this one. This hotel was just over the top. It was such a pleasure and a unique opportunity to visit some of the most opulent rooms in the city. I have never seen such an incredible incredible hotel.
So we're at the Royal Horse Guard in the Strand, and we are all sampling some local beverages, and they brew it in-house. Very nice. So cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Go away travel. It's a very cozy pub. Definitely recommend.
And a very special thanks to Rachel's dear friend Phoebe for recommending this pub. It was an excellent choice. We had incredible food, great times, great location. Absolutely recommend coming down to the Horse and Guardsman's pub. And just a short walk from the pub, you can actually see the Royal Horse Guards themselves. Now remember, stay out of the box and do not touch. They will bite. I don't want to see you on TikTok on one of those videos where you're getting knocked down. Then we headed over to Westminster Palace. This is where you're going to get those classic shots of Elizabeth Tower and Big Ben. You could walk across the bridge and take the stairs down. Here you're going to get some of those incredible shots and views. Now heading back under the bridge, we are now on the Queen's Walk. This area is going to be great for families. You've got the Paddington experience right here, some food trucks with coffees and snacks, the Sea Life Aquarium, and the London Eye. If you have a family, this is definitely a great area to bring everybody down. Enjoy the day. Today is a little bit rainy for us, unfortunately, but we've had a wonderful time regardless. So down here, you'll grab your tickets for the London Eye. Just adjacent, you'll actually see the London Eye. We are about to get on. It's a 30-minute ride round trip. If you're doing any of the bus tours, this is another one of the locations where the river cruises will drop you off here at the London Eye Waterloo Pier. The other location is just at the base of Elizabeth Tower and Big Ben, and that is Westminster Pier. All right, we just got through the fast track at the London Eye. Best ticket ever. We did not have to wait in line.
Fast track, that was so fast.
Fast track, yeah, absolutely no lineup. Down here, if you don't have fast track, you have to take this line, which can be very, very long. We're about to get on board. Are you ready? Wow, so that was so cool. Really enjoyed that. Highly recommend it. We continue along the boardwalk. Again, it's great for families. Lots of things to see and do. Between the Bridges was actually a temporary venue, so check this place out for the next time you're in the city. Such a cool little place. Just tucked away in the underpass. So many cool beers on tap. Great vibes. Mostly German beers. Waterloo Tap House. So the sun is setting and we're just exploring a little bit more of the city, checking out Piccadilly Circus, on the hunt for some more beverages. We worked up such a thirst exploring, so we're going to check out some of the pubs in the area. It was really hard to decide on one, so I guess we just have to visit a few. And after much debate, we finally decided on somewhere to eat, this incredible pizzeria. Highly recommended the pizzas, so amazing. All of them made fresh for you, very filling. This was absolutely incredible. Yeah, we deserve it. Alas, it is our third and final day here in London. This is a fully free day for us to explore the city all on our own. So we had to check out the Tower of London. Again, this is one of those places I never had a chance to visit on my last couple of tries. So I'm so excited to be able to come down here and experience this. Very much recommend booking your tickets in advance. Even during the off-season, things do get very busy. We are now down towards more of the financial district of London, so it's another way to explore the city a little bit further, just checking out all the different landmarks. There's lots of little shops and cafes along here, and it's a great spot to view Tower Bridge and get those classic photos. Once you head inside, you are free to explore on your own. They also offer complimentary tours. We joined one of the tours, but once it started to rain, they had to cut the tour short. So we just continued to explore all on our own around the Tower of London. Probably one of the most recognizable buildings in the Tower of London, of course, is the White Tower, nearly 1,000 years old. Along with the rest of the fortress, the White Tower is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and you can explore all the different floors packed with exhibits showing you how this impressive building and the tower at large was used throughout the centuries. Next, we're going to head over and view the crown jewels. Now, this is one of those buildings where you are not allowed to film inside, so definitely go in and check it out for yourself. They say all of the jewels in there are genuine and real, so make sure you go in and check it out for yourself and tell me what you think. Were those the real jewels in there the whole time? Here we are in our last day in London. We're heading up to Edinburgh tomorrow. So we're doing the hop on hop off bus today and taking a tour around the city. We started this morning here at the Tower of London. You can see right behind me. It's a little bit cold, a little bit miserable. Not the warmest day for this, but dress in layers. That's all we can say if you're ever coming down to the city. So we've just been in to see the crown jewels back behind me here. There's no photography or filming allowed in there, so you can just take in the sights and create some memories. Of course, behind me here is the White Tower with the armory. Heading in there next, and I think we could take photos in there, so stay tuned. Everything's very well marked. Heading into the White Tower, 204 steps total to get up there. So just make your way along the path and up the stairs, and we'll see you inside. Just as you're heading in there, this beautiful display of the poppies. I believe this is temporary for the upcoming Remembrance Day ceremonies. Getting to the top. All right, time for lunch after a very rainy walk. This was a pro tip from our guide to Stonehenge, so we're going to check it out now for lunch. Here we are in Cheshire Cheese Pub. Lovely recommendation again from our tour guide. We have our regular menu. They also have a diet. Scratch that. This is not the Cheshire Cheese we went to go to. We were recommended the Ye Old Cheshire Cheese. So stay tuned. We will visit that later on. Just got on the Toot bus. the hop on, hop off. I'm on the yellow line coming from the Tower of London, just heading over to the British Museum. I think I missed my stop, but the driver is very kind and is going to let me know when it's time to get off. The next available is Trafalgar Square, and it's about a 5-minute walk from there. So if you want to see the British Museum, the yellow line will stop at Trafalgar, and there will be about a 5-minute walk. The bus seems to be pretty comfortable. The upper level is half covered, and it's got open air if the weather is nice. The weather has not been nice today. Here's just a bit of a view of the inside of the lower level. Not busy today. It's a Monday afternoon in October, and the weather's pretty miserable, so might have something to do with it. But very excited to get to the British Museum. It'll be my first time visiting it after my 4th visit here to London. Just on my way to the British Museum, stopping at Trafalgar Square to change buses. Just having a quick look around as it's very wet, very rainy, very cold. But here we have the National Gallery, another must visit if you have time while you're here. Just heading over to the green line that'll take us over to the British Museum just below the blue clock here. Absolutely gorgeous architecture. I could spend weeks here and still never see everything.
Your camera is so good.
So just heading out to the British Museum. Found out that, as always, it's recommended to get tickets in advance. Ticket holders can skip the line and head down. Otherwise, you can book them here, but you just have to head around the corner to a different entrance. Weather is still miserable, guys. Haven't really had much sun today. It's been a little bit drizzly and rainy the entire time. So just gonna head around here, grab the tickets. A little bit late, only about an hour and a half left before they close. They do close at 5 o'clock, so I do recommend getting here earlier so that you can see as much as you can from the British Museum. It was recommended that if I did have limited time to, at the very least, check out the Egypt exhibit. And I must say, it was very much worth my time. Just finished up at the British Museum. Definitely recommend going there earlier in the day. I got to see a fraction of it in just an hour and a half. And when they close at 5, they close at 5. Everybody is out. So I am just taking a stroll down to Fleet Street, going to meet up with the rest of the crew and have some dinner. Just exploring the beautiful streets of London in the meantime. It's about a 25-minute walk from here, but looks like it'll be a cute walk. Lots of things to see along the way. There is a tube as well from the British Museum down to Fleet Street, but it's not very many stops, and you still have a 10-minute walk after the tube. So 25-minute walk doesn't seem so bad, and I get to explore some more parts of this beautiful city. Here we are, everybody, at the ye old Cheshire cheese. Not the new Cheshire cheese, the old Cheshire cheese.
Make sure you use special.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers!
Did I hear one of you say it, or is it just an old pub?
I think it's the oldest pub in London. I have heard. It might be speculation.
This pub was so cool. It just kept going and going. There was a second floor, a third floor, and even a basement. It was so cool exploring all the nooks and crannies in this place. It was so interesting and just incredible to see how old these buildings really are. This is said to be one of the oldest pubs in the city. This poor guy was down here all by himself. There was nobody down here drinking, but I bet when it's busy, this place is just packed. As we continue our cultural immersion down Fleet Street, we are next visiting the Old Bell Tavern. Here we are for more drinks tonight at the Old Bell Tavern. Absolutely love this place. Just had dinner at Ye Old Cheshire Cheese.
I'm here, I'm right here. Okay, thank God. Okay, so it's with the everyone. Cheers. Cilantro.
Another favorite spot we found was the Thirsty Bear. I'll tell you what, by the end of this night, we were fully culturally immersed. They sure made it easy. They even had taps right on the table. Now, we couldn't stay out too late because the very next morning we had to make our way over to the King's Cross station to catch our train and continue our journey. So today we will say farewell to London as we continue our journey. King's Cross station was super easy to navigate. They had display boards with all of the train times. The platforms only get announced at the very last minute, so we had to keep an eye out for Edinburgh. So once we found which platform we were at, we had to first take advantage of the first class lounge. Another reason why we highly recommend getting that first class ticket. Usually the price difference isn't that much, and you get access to this fantastic lounge. Lots of comfortable seating, charging points for your devices. They also included some complimentary snacks and beverages. You could pick up a couple bottles of water, tea, coffee, juice, and some snacks for your journey. Now, they do serve some food and snacks on the train as well, but it's a great place to recharge just in case you arrived a little bit too early. Now, the one mistake we made is we did not realize that there was actually a glass walkway from the lounge. You can see it off in the distance that went straight to the platforms, but we left way too early and took the long way around when we could have relaxed a little bit more before making our way down to the train. Now again, because we have those first class tickets, we have an assigned car and assigned seats on this train. So we are going to get on board, make ourselves comfortable, and we will see you in the next video.